Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the video on how to manage NABARD grade A exam preparation along with college. What does it mean? It means that if you are a college student and you are searching for options and you have decided that okay, NABARD grade A is one such examination which you would like to give after your completion of your graduation or maybe post graduation. In this particular video we are going to understand how you can actually schedule the preparation of NABARD grade A syllabus along with the syllabus of your college. Alright, but before starting, let me just tell you first of all that what are the benefits if you prepare along in your college days, right? It's a very major concern. You know, a lot of students think that I already have so much syllabus to cover of my academics and in my college, and then again if I start preparing for some other examination, maybe my focus will get diverted or maybe I will not be able to manage, right? So first we are going to discuss that is it even worth it to prepare for any competitive examination or person NABARD examination along with your college studies, right? I am going to list some of the benefits that you are going to have as a college student, or I would rather say the edge you are going to have as a college student when you will compete with the other aspirants, right? First of all, the major and the most, you can say, important benefit that you have or the edge that you have over the others is that you are still in touch with studies, you know, especially with the people who are working aspirants, right? Or maybe the people who are full-time aspirants, right? They have to force themselves to study, right? But if in your case, if you look at it, you have a curriculum, you go to college, right? You have that inbuilt discipline for the studies, you have that inbuilt schedule for yourself on daily basis, and if there you will incorporate just 2 to 3 hours daily also, and that's the maximum I'm saying. I will share the timetable, you need not to worry. But if you start early and you just add 1 to 2 hours daily in your regular studies, just dedicated to the NABARD studies, that will be more than enough. So that is the first edge that you have. The second edge is about the consistency, right? In college we keep on having the midterms, we keep on having the semester examination, then there are in between tests that they have, right? So there is a consistency in you to study regularly, right? Again, if I say in other cases, the other aspirants that are there, for example, if they're preparing for a wholly competitive examination, they have this habit of just giving one day examination maybe in a year or in a 6 months, right? And in the case of banking in the case of like banking or maybe other any aspirant also, this is the same case, right? They have maximum 2 to 3 exam in a year. And if you talk about the ones who are in offices, so they do not are in touch with these things, right? But you have that habit of having consistency and you are actually habitual of giving examinations, right? So this happens, this helps in what? This helps to have that consistency with the studies, okay? And along with that you have that, you know, mindset also. Your mind is somewhere, it is prepared for that pressure that comes along with exam, right? And that is why it is also one of the edge that why you can have, you know, the goal achieved when you simultaneously prepare along with your syllabus of the college. After that, the another, and I would say this is where which is like the deciding factor for the phase 2, which is the edge in having descriptive writing, right? If you compare the descriptive writing questions that are asked in NABARD examination, for example, if you give you previous year question, the questions are as straightforward as what is social forestry, what are the objectives of social forestry. Like these sort of questions we usually encounter in our college or in fact in school time, right? Where we have a limited syllabus and we have to cover the topics that are in syllabus, and in our examination the direct straightforward questions are asked. Similarly, NABARD also, if you talk about the theoretical portion, the static portion, there you have such pattern, right? So you somehow, when in the college examination, you have this habit to write the answer in 200 words, 300 words, or maybe more than that, right? So you are in touch with descriptive writing, which usually lacks with the aspirants who are preparing for one day multiple choice sort of examination, right? So you are in touch. So all you need to do is for NABARD examination, from that writing mode, pen and paper mode, which happens in the examination, you just have to switch that approach to the typing, to the online method. Rest apart, you still would know, your back at the back of your mind, you still would know how to frame an answer. And at the end, the sense of competitiveness, because at the college time, this is the time period when all around you, they are preparing for one examination or another, or maybe if they want to go for higher studies or anything, they are preparing for it. So when you circle, it's all studying around you, they all are trying to pursue something better in their life, right? You also have that competitiveness spirit inside you, and that actually motivates you to study in the examination, right? So it would be like, even if there are 5 people, the friends, the circle, and all have different goals, but still that zeal to achieve the goal, that is going to motivate you also to prepare for this examination, right? I hope these benefits, now you would take these opportunities, the points that we have discussed here, as the opportunity and the motivating factor for you, and you just start off preparing for the examination. Okay, now let's talk about when you should prepare for the examination, like how to study now. Now there can be two cases: either you are in your final year of graduation, or maybe post graduation, or maybe you are in, for example, if you're doing graduation, maybe you are still in first year, second year, so it's a long way to go for you, right? And in the case of post graduation, if you're in your first year, then you still have 2 years with you, right? And if you're in final year, that is like the last year, right? So first we are going to discuss for the students who are not in their final year yet. Dekho, for NABARD examination, if you prepare sincerely, 6 months to 1 year is more than sufficient. 1 year is also in that case where you are consumed with other activities also, which in case of college, we can say, with the academics, with the other fest and everything that happens in college, right? So you are consumed with other things also. So for that reason also, 1 year is more than enough. But still, if you are in currently first year, second year, and you have that zeal that I don't care, I just want to join the institution right off my college, so I want to start off with now, in that case I recommend you that start off with quants and reasoning. See, why am I saying so? See, I hope you all know the pattern of the examination, where quant and reasoning are just qualifying section, right? But as if you are still not in final year, I would recommend that cover all the syllabus of quants and reasoning. Usually we advise here that if you're going for NABARD, you can go for specific chapters, but because it's just qualifying in nature, and you can dedicate much of your focus on the subjects, which will actually help you to end up into the final merit list, right? But I recommend you all, if you who have still not reached the final year but still want to start off with the preparation, complete the syllabus of quants and reasoning. Because see, I would want to highlight one thing, right? Maybe through the course of the time period till you complete your graduation or post graduation, you would find some other institute also appealing to join, right, as a career option. And in India, if you talk about, around your 99% of your examination, they have quant and reasoning and English as one of their subjects, right? So I just want to say that when you're starting off with the competitive examination journey, prepare as such that in future you can target other examination also, if you are willing to take, right? Or if you think that you need a backup also, right? So you can with a slow pace, you can start off with quant and reasoning. There is a lot of sources that is present freely online on YouTube, right? And if you want to go for any books also, okay, RS Agrawal ki book se you can just create your base. This is good book for both quants and reasoning, like they have their separate books for quants and reasoning. You can prepare your base from that. That will help you in future to prepare to target multiple examination. Okay. Then for English, I recommend you to read newspaper daily before, if you are in final year. And if you cannot read the whole newspaper, at least read the editorials of it. So okay, so for the time being, you are in the final year, you can just read the editorials of newspaper. Now why do we recommend so, right? Because see, whatever be the descriptive answer writing, from current affairs sense is asked in the examination, those are usually the topics which are, the burning topics that we are discussing across the nation. And in editorials only such topics are discussed with proper conclusion, with proper background knowledge, with proper analysis, right? So reading such editorial, first of all, it will broaden your prospect in understanding like what going on across the country or maybe around the world, and how you can, have a logical solution for that. So reading editorial will help you to think like an officer, to broaden your prospect, right? You would get more awareness about the things, you would know the past, present and the future that can be done of a certain topic, and this will certainly in a way it will modify your thinking and definitely will help you with the descriptive answer writing. Okay, at the end I would also recommend students, and especially who are from agriculture or maybe economics background, to focus on their college syllabus as well, because these the topics that you are studying in your college time, if you belong to economics background or agriculture background, these only syllabus somehow it will coincide with the NABARD, right? So it would be better that you would not have to then additionally put some efforts when you will be preparing for NABARD. Whatever be the general syllabus that is going on, which is the syllabus of NABARD as well, if you just study along with your college, it will help you to fetch good marks there also, and it will also help you during the main examination as well, right? Now coming to the students who are in final year, or the students who are thinking to prepare from their final year. Okay, in that case I have divided these 12 months into 4 sections. Starting off, like I have made this, I have clubbed the months into 3 months. Okay, all they are for 3 months. Okay, again I would say the syllabus it can be completed in 6 months, but giving the time that you would, focus on your college exams also, there are various fest and activities that happen in college, you would be interested in that, maybe you're pursuing some hobbies also, right? So in that case it is better that if you are focusing on certain subjects in 3 months time period, you're completing that and then you're moving ahead with the other. Okay, now starting off with the first 3 months, I would recommend you to prepare schedule where you complete your quants, reasoning and ARD section. Why ARD I am talking about? Because if we do the previous year analysis, we find that in ARD theoretical portion, or you can say the static portion, it is asked more, the questions from that number of questions are more, and comparatively from current affairs are less, right? So ARD is the one, and especially if you are from non-agriculture background, you should definitely start off with ARD. I will give you one analysis also. If I give you analysis of 2023 cycle, out of 40 questions in phase 1, okay, your 30 questions were from static and only 10 questions were from current affairs. A year before that, in 2022 cycle, out of 40 questions, your 32 questions were from static and only 8 questions from your current affairs. So you can see that how much weightage you have of ARD current affairs. Okay. Now after that, for the next 4 to 6 months, okay, so once you in the first slot you have completed it, so now in the next slot of 3 months, in 4 to 6 months, then I would say that in that study all the schemes that are, flagship schemes that are there. Okay, flagship schemes are there, and flagship schemes are what? These are the big schemes that have presence across India. Okay, so cover those schemes, because usually the guidelines remain the same. For example, you can simply just type what are the flagship programs or flagship schemes of Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. You will have the list. Okay, you can cover the content from YouTube. There are various online sources that are there, right? You can cross check the content that you have prepared, made your own notes, right? Because you have 3 months, you can have your beautiful notes prepared, right? So you can start off with schemes, because usually the guideline data remains the same. It's just the current development that keeps on changing, but the guidelines remain the same. So at least if you have covered flagship programs, afterwards when you will be covering the schemes month wise, you would have pretty much easiness doing that. Okay, you can cover ESI in English also. देखो ESI in English will not take much of your time. ठीक है, so there you can just you have enough of time to revise the slot for phase the first slot that we have made. You would have enough of time to prepare for that. ठीक है, now next coming to 7 to 9 months. ठीक है, there now then do current affairs. Why? Even though current affairs are important, we are doing at the later stages, because we know that last 6 months are considered to be most important from the examination perspective. Okay, so here you can add, for example, in this you can add, for example, budget. अब देखो, budget is something, economic survey something, we know question will come, and these are published once a year, right? So that you can cover, because for example, this is 7th month started, right? So you started covering budget, economic survey, because you know it has been launched and it will not be changed for the rest of the time period. Apart from that, there are various reports, census, those are released, you know, once a year or once in 5 years or once in 10 years, right? So these are the things, the current affair portion, which you know is not going to change before the examination. Now you can start off with such reports, okay, and census you can cover in your 7th and 8th month, and as soon as the 9th month start, then you can religiously start off with the current affairs, because then that will come under your 6 months time duration. Okay, you can follow this approach. This is the time period where you can start off with your descriptive writing practice also, because till this time you would have covered the static portion of ARD and ESI, and you would have also started with the current affairs, so you would understand that okay, these are the topics from current affairs importance for the descriptive writing. Okay, here is the time where you have to start off with the online typing. Okay, means you have to do the typing on your laptop or computer, whatever you have. Initially it will take time, okay, initially it might even take an hour for you to write an answer, but you have to understand it happens with everybody. Okay, you need not to worry about it. Okay, gradually you would see that your speed is catching up, and it will help you during your phase 2. And during this time, because we are not doing much of the weightage on the number of subjects coverage, okay, so here along with current test and descriptive, whatever time that is left, you can definitely do the revision of the previous thing, right? Revision is very important, so that is something you have to incorporate in between. Okay, and finally when the last 3 months are left, there is where you have to again you have to cover the current affairs which are in news, right? You, here is the time you can focus on decision making in computer science, because see, not much time is required. Even if you like doing lazily, you can complete these subjects, these 2 subjects in 5 days each, so that will be more than enough, you can cover at the last time. Okay, and finally do a lot of mock test, and I assure you, if you follow this particular timetable religiously, you will definitely end up in the final merit list before the before you know you know about it, right? So that was all my suggestion. And also, like, if you feel like, you know, is it really true what I have said, right? So we have come up with various sessions with the freshers, like, who prepared along with their college. One such video of the success story, you can find that of Nazi Farah in our YouTube channel. Okay, so this our YouTube in our YouTube channel you can find such videos, and I have already taken many other sessions where the student was covering his college studies as well as NABARD grade A syllabus, and they are scheduled for these months. I would say you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and definitely you can watch the session as well to get that motivation, because you know the people who have cleared, when they tell you about the things which, you know, I as a mentor have said, right, you would definitely, it will boost up your confidence, right? So that is all in this video. I hope you liked it. If you want me to cover any such queries related to NABARD, do let me know in the comment section. I will make session on it if not made already. And subscribe to our YouTube channel for more other knowledgeable videos, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. Thank you everybody, and all the very best for your exam.